Hi friends, we're back in the kitchen. It has been chilly the past 2 days. It was a high of 25, and with the wind blowing, it felt like 9. So today is a few days before, it's the 23rd, so it's the day before Christmas Eve. So I'm doing some prep for Christmas Eve and for Christmas. So we're going to do different fish and seafood for tomorrow for Christmas Eve. So I started a baked clam dip. This is a paleo version. I used grass-fed pasture-raised butter. I used this recipe of my mom's, but rather than using breadcrumbs, I used tiger nut flour. I was going to use almond flour, but I'm trying to limit how many nuts I eat. So I used tiger nut flour, and we will bake that up tomorrow. I did bake it briefly, and tomorrow we will bake it further. I might actually add more tiger nut or maybe coconut flour to it because it looks a little greasy, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that. It's my first time trying it. We used to eat it every Christmas Eve and Christmas growing up, so it's something that I'd like to try to make if I can in a way that I can eat. I cooked the last of our tomatoes today to make a marinara sauce because I'm going to make fried calamari. I'm not going to fry the calamari. I have it soaked it in vinegar and water to get any additives that they add citric acid a lot of times to the frozen calamari, and also to make it more tender, adding the vinegar. And so now what I've been doing is blotting it to get some of the moisture off with paper towels, and I'm going to make a batter with coconut milk and coconut flour and some tapioca starch, and we are gonna put that in the air fryer because I don't think I want to actually pan fry it because it makes a mess, and I don't feel like doing that. What else? So we've got the celery is for the stuffing. We've got some cod here, defrosting. We're going to stuff that with some Mykonos cream cheese and some greens. I've got some ground Italian sausage defrosting here that we're going to use for the stuffing, along with some homemade chicken broth. I browned up mushrooms, onions, and garlic. This will be for the stuffing, and then some of it will also go on top of the green beans with a coconut milk sauce. We've got sourdough, gluten-free sourdough bread that I toasted for the stuffing. I cooked some scallops. I sauteed some scallops. We've got those going. We've got the turkey defrosting for Christmas Day. I've got the string beans cooked, and I did some acorn and red curry squash with cinnamon and butter. So we are good to go. Nothing too crazy. We did try something different. We're going to try a different recipe for the calamari. We're going to try something different with the clam dip. But again, I wanted to make it manageable and not overwhelm myself. And it's been really cold. My body has been feeling the cold a bit more. Not more than normal, but I have been experiencing some, a little bit more joint pain, a little bit more burning in my extremities. So I'm trying not to push myself. I'm trying to think what else it was I wanted to share with you all. I guess we're going to do a part 2, and I'll show you the finished results of these things. But I just wanted to check in and let you know that I was thinking of you, especially if you deal with chronic pain and chronic disease and you are struggling with getting together with family, deciding what you want to do, what you can eat. When I would get together with family for holidays, I always brought my own food. I didn't ever expect anyone else to make food that I could eat. And, I didn't really trust people because they don't understand the foods I'm avoiding. And so there'd be cross-contamination. Invariably, I would get sick. I also brought my own utensils. So I don't use other people's utensils because if they eat gluten and they're not properly sterilizing and washing the utensils, I would get sick. Also eating out, same thing. So I would cover all bases. I would bring my own drink. I would bring my own utensils. I would bring my own food. I would eat out of my food container. The Hot Logic is something that you can buy. It's like an individual insulated oven. So it works like a toaster oven that's insulated. You plug it in. They have ones that for adapters for the car. You could use that as well to keep your food warm. You can maybe do it in a mini crock pot if you wanted, and then plug the crock pot in when you get to where you're going. But I liked doing my own glass containers, knowing I prepared the food, that I knew that it was prepared safely. I had my own utensils. I could warm it up. I didn't have to share oven space with people who were cooking gluten, using gluten, and have to worry about cross-contamination. Like, the holidays can be stressful enough. And if you have issues with food or if you're watching the food that you're eating, it's important that you feel well and that it's not another burden on you, that you're going to feel sick because of it. So those are my suggestions to you to enjoy the holiday season, to make it a little less stressful, to cook your own food, eat before you go, bring a snack with you, bring your own utensils, bring your own drinks, like all those things, because the expectation is most people are not going to have things that you can eat. You're not going to know how it was prepared. You're not going to know the ingredients. So if you're really strict like I am, like, it's just not worth it. So, and if people get weird about it, people get weird about it. Let them get weird about it. It's better for you not to get sick again or, regress your healing out of pressure of wanting people to not be weird about what you're eating or not eating. I mean, I've been not eating regular people's food for probably a decade. It doesn't bother me. I don't really care, because to me, it's not worth setting myself back the 6 months. I mean, I've been on this journey for a decade. I'm not going to compromise that just because it makes someone feel better for me to eat their food. Sorry, not sorry. So those are my suggestions for you. Part 2, I will show you the end results of the food as it comes out. And as I said, I hope that you have a calm, grounded, peaceful, less stressed holiday season. Till next time, friends.